there are certain illnesses that are very visible on the outside of a person, and there are certain illnesses that are within him which sometimes are not even detected for a long time. A person has sometimes some problem, maybe something to do with his skin, some injury on his physical self externally, so that he also can see it all the time. He feels it also, because now it will be irritating him, it will be hurting him, and as a result he very quickly then will try to treat it and get some kind of something to solve the problem. And sometimes there's something lurking within, there's a cancer that's spreading, and for a while he doesn't even realize what's spreading, and when it has become very deep, then the person now starts taking notice of something's a problem. By that time often the situation is gone very far. What we understand from this is that what's external, as severe as it can be, but the internal illnesses are still far more severe, more dangerous, because sometimes they go undetected for a good while. So just as this is the case with the physical ailments, the same applies with the spiritual ailments. But certain sins spiritually are obviously extremely harmful, and they are major sins, but despite being extremely harmful and major sins, they still cannot compare with the severity of the internal sins. This is very easily understood from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not that it is meant to make any sin appear as minor, because this has a complete detailed discussion behind it. But on some occasion, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says the person who recites La ilaha illallah will go to Jannat, wa in zana wa in saraka. Even if he was involved in some major sins, he committed zina, he committed theft, obviously this doesn't mean that these are anything small, but that he will sooner or later go to Jannat. He will definitely go to Jannat if Allah Ta'ala has forgiven him straight, otherwise he'll have to pass through the punishment of Jahannam, unless he made sincere tawbah before he passed away. But the tone in which it is expressed is as if that this person, whatever he has done, that's not going to prevent his entry into Jannat directly, whereas that's not what's meant. What is meant is that he will sooner or later go. But on the other side, when you talk about the internal sins, the tone is completely different. لا يدخل الجنة من كان في قلبه مثقال حبة من خردل من كبر. Such a person will not enter Jannat who has pride to the extent of a mustard seed. Here also the meaning is exactly the same, that he will not enter Jannat until this has been sorted out. Because if he went with Iman, he'll go to Jannat eventually. But the tone is completely different. And there are many other issues in this manner. What we very clearly understand from this is that very often we are neglectful, don't take care to see what's within us. The hasad that might be in a person, the pride in him, the malice, the ujb and vanity, thinking good about himself, and various other ailments of the heart which are just taken for granted. The person doesn't even bother to try to get any kind of treatment for it. He doesn't try to bother about that this hubbe jah that's in me, this hubbe mal and this hubb of dunya, all these things need to be treated. There's no thought given also to it. But in the meantime it's festering, it's getting deeper, and it becomes obvious on occasion. It won't generally and normally be visible, meaning it won't show itself out, but sometimes something comes up and then this reality of the inside will show itself out. Like that cancer, once in a while it will suddenly have something that will trigger off some thought that there's a problem inside. So the issue is that a person should be very, very conscious about this, the slightest, and a person who is all the time watching, is careful, is self-inspecting, he's introspecting, this will now show him what's going on. And he can't introspect and find it for himself, he'll need to get somebody's help. That these are my conditions, what is this showing off? What is this indicating of what's inside? Till these things are not treated, they'll go on getting deeper and deeper. A person won't even think that something is a problem until sometimes it's gone very deep. So the external sins also have to be refrained from, وَذَرُوا ظَاهِرَ الْإِثْمِ وَبَاطِنَ. External sins also and the internal sins. That is when a person can gain that complete success.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।